I've spent my entire life fascinated with science, space, the oceans, weather. This film combines my passion for science with my interest in humanity, the human condition. I really want to tell stories about real people in real circumstances where you get the science right and you use it as a basis of an action adventure. The impetus for creating Persephone for me was telling the story of three very interesting astronauts on an amazing spaceship who crash land on a planet that happens to orbit the nearest star. We're used to seeing a plethora of alien planets in the Star Wars films, the Star Trek TV shows, things like that. Those are all made up. Those are fantasy. They have some elements of reality. We've seen films like The Martian that take us to a real place like the planet Mars. But what we haven't ever seen is what it would be like to land on one of the myriad of planets that we're actually discovering outside of the solar system that actually really exist. And this is the first film that ever takes you to a real planet outside the solar system.
Alpha Centauri is a star system that most people know about. It was a destination of the Jupiter 2 in the original Lost in Space. So it goes back a ways. Alpha Centauri is the closest star system to Earth. But what you're looking at is actually three stars. Alpha Centauri A, Alpha Centauri B, and the little one that orbits the other two is Proxima. Scientists, astronomers have since detected a planet around the little star, and that is Proxima B, where our drama is set.
Imagine being born between the stars, being a human, but never setting foot on Earth. Imagine that you're entrusted with the responsibility to protect the remnants of humanity who have been thrust out into space and to travel to a new planet around a new star. And then discovering that there could be something there that could jeopardize your entire future.
I think Persephone is a really good movie for right now, considering how politicized global warming is. And when I read the script, I felt really inspired in the sense that I felt like maybe I should do more for the greater good. I think this movie really drives home the idea, at least for me, that it's important to take other people into consideration and other life forms into consideration. And it's not impossible to, put our heads together and come up with a solution.
The unique place for me has been taking my interest in real science. I grew up as a kid watching the Apollo launches, and I kept thinking about the future that I expected to live in. And I thought, as that future didn't quite happen, I decided to make movies about the future that I wanted to live in. And that the world that's depicted in Persephone, the kind of technology, the kind of characters, the challenges they face that are all based on real science, these are the kind of stories I've always wanted to tell.
From a science and technology standpoint, this film has a real you are there feel. It's not reaching super far into the distant future of science and tech. It has a feeling like this could be plausible in the not too distant future. If not our lifetime, then certainly our grandkids' lifetime, or great-grandkids. It feels like this is the first mission to another star.
One of the things about science fiction, real science fiction, is while it can depict worlds in the future, it's really about the world of today. The best science fiction is a mirror. It's a way to analyze ourselves by looking at, perhaps futuristic characters, situations, locations, places that we've never been, technology that doesn't exist yet, but using that as a lens to look back at ourselves right now and ask hard questions. Who are we? Where are we going? What would I do? These are the kind of things that good science fiction does. And that's exactly what Persephone is about. It's about us. It's about right now, but it's set 150 years in the future.